You tried to find the answers?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay. So the last class, we discussed about the parliament. Why should people decide? And the next is about the people and their representatives. People and their representatives. So in a democracy, democracy itself means it's a government elected by the people, right? Democracy means it's a government elected by the people. So it needs the desire, approval, and the participation of the people. In a democratic form of government, it need the desire, approval of the people, and also it need the participation of the people. So the democracy is the idea which include the desire, approval, and participation of people. It is a decision of the people that create a democratic government and decide about its functioning. The decision of the people create the democratic government. Who are electing the government? The people are electing the government, and they are deciding about the functioning of the government also. So in a democratic form of government, the individual or the citizen is the most important person. In a democratic form of government, who is the most important person? The citizens, or we the people are the most important persons in a democratic form of government. And also the principle of government as well as the other public institution need the trust of the citizen. The government or other institutions must need the trust of the people. Why? Because in a democratic form of government, we the people are the supreme power. Then that's why the parliament include the elected representatives of the people. In the last class, I told you the parliament have two houses. Which are the two houses?
Lok Sabha,
Rajya Sabha. Rajya Sabha. So the Lok Sabha include how many members? 545 members. Out of that, 542 were elected. Okay. The 543, sorry, not 542, 543 members are elected, and the two are the nominated members. So the parliament is the most supreme institution, or the most important power is vested to the parliament. Why? Why parliament has so much powers? Who's there in parliament?
elected representatives.
Louder.
Elected representatives.
Elected representatives, very good. It includes the elected representatives. So parliament is given immense power. Why? Because it includes the elected representatives of the people. The parliament is made up of all the representatives together, elected representatives. These 543 members are the elected members in the parliament, and they together control, guide the government. Maybe they will be working with the government or work as the opposition. They will control and guide the government. Okay, children. So people and their representative. In a democratic form of government, the people is a supreme power. For a democratic government, need the approval or the participation of the people. And the decision of the people that create a democratic government and decide about its functions. Then the basic idea of a democracy is that the individual or the citizen is the most important person. Who's the most important person in a democratic form of government? The individuals or the citizen of the country is the most important person, and also it need the approval of the people, and the principles of the government as well as other public institutions need the trust of these citizens. The government should be responsible to the people. The government need the trust of the people. So the people is a supreme power in a democratic form of government. And the parliament, it includes the two houses, Rajya Sabha and the Lok Sabha. The parliament, which is made up of the representatives together. The total strength of the parliament is 545.
45.
And out of that, how many are the elected members?
543.
543 are the elected representatives. These elected representatives togetherly control and guide the government. They togetherly control and guide our government. Okay. Then, all of you take page number 33. In the textbook, page number 33.
And can you show the previous slide?
To me,
Yes.
louder, I can't hear you
Ma'am,
proper.
can you show the previous slide?
Sorry, Isha.
Ma'am, can you show the previous slide?
Slide, okay. This one?
Yes, ma'am. Okay, ma'am.
Okay. So, what is the first question? Hrithwik, can you read the question? Page number 33, the first question. Hrithwik.
Ma'am,
Yes, read the question.
use the terms constituency and represent to explain who an MLA is and how the person gets elected.
Elected. Use the terms constituency and represent to explain who an MLA is and how the person gets elected. What do you mean by the term constituency? And Leo, what happened out in the morning session? Sorry.
Ma'am,
Okay.
network problem.
Okay. So what do you mean by constituency? Any idea, children? Anyone? Anyone? Have you heard about the term constituency? You are also belonging to a constituency. I am also belonging to a constituency. What do you mean by constituency? This term is very common at the time of election.
Voters.
Voters is not.
Area for group.
Yes, very good. It's an area. Who said Adikesh, right?
No, ma'am.
Constituency. Then Tom. Okay, Tom. Very good. Constituencies means the different areas. Okay. So before the election, a state, suppose we can take the example of a state, Kerala. Before the election, we will divide the state Kerala into different areas or the different constituencies based on its population. Okay, based on its population, the areas of the state is divided into different constituencies. We use the term constituency. It is divided into different constituencies based on what? Based on its population.
Population.
Then, The constituencies are different for both the Lok Sabha election and to the State Legislative Assembly election. In the State Legislative Assembly election means to the state. The election we are conducting for the state Kerala. We have around 140 constituencies. Okay, children, first listen here. It's just to know I am saying. In Kerala, we have 140 constituencies are there. But if the election is to Lok Sabha, we have only 20 constituencies. Because Lok Sabha election, we have 543 seats. We are conducting the election for 543 seats. And each constituencies are divided on the basis of its population. So on the basis of, we are dividing the areas on the basis of population. From Kerala, we have 20 seats to the Parliament or to Lok Sabha. And 140 MLAs we have. They are elected to the State Legislative Assembly. So the first question is, use the term constituency. Constituency means each state is divided into different areas based on its population. And represent, to explain who an MLA is and how the person get elected.
Can you repeat the answer?
Sorry, Benedict.
Can you repeat?
Wait, I will show. Don't write it now. I told you, children, please don't write. Just listen here, okay? If you are going to write it, you will not get the flow. So don't write, listen here. Then, who's an MLA? An MLA is an elected representative from a particular constituency. An MLA, the member of Legislative Assembly, he is an elected member from a particular constituency. Isha, who is your MLA? Anybody know your MLA, children? Anyone? No idea? No one know who is your MLA. Okay, next class, try to find the answer. Okay, who is your MLA and who is your MP?
Ma'am,
Yes.
Kodungalur Sunil Kumar.
Kodungalur Sunil Kumar. Yes. Belonging to the Kodungalur constituency, Sunil Kumar is the MLA. Okay. If you are belonging to another constituency, is anybody from Irinjalakuda? Chalakudi? Anashwara, you are from?
Ma'am, Annanath Chalakudi.
Chalakudi. Then who is your MLA? Any idea?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Next class, try to find the answer. Okay. So the constituency and the representative, the MLA is a representative from the particular constituency. Can you see this, children? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
So the first question is, use the term and represent to explain who an MLA is and how the people get elected. So before the election, a state is divided into many electoral constituencies for the state assembly on the basis of population. On the basis of population, each area, each state is divided into different constituencies. Constituencies, I told you. What do you mean by constituency? It's a particular, based on the population, each area, the state is divided into different areas. We call it as a constituency. And people of each constituency elect their MLAs. As Nandana said, she is belonging to Kodungalur constituency. So her MLA is Sunil Kumar. If you are belonging to any other constituency, if Irinjalakuda, I think it's Arun and so he become the MLA. So from each constituency, the people will elect their MLAs. And the MLA represent the people of the constituency from where he get elected. The MLA is the representative of his own constituency. If Sunil Kumar is elected from Kodungalur constituency, he represent the Kodungalur constituency. And a candidate need to fight election to become an MLA. That we all know, right? For an election, too many peoples will be there. The previous year, you remember into our school, the innocent came.
Yes.
Yes. That is to which election?
Yes, ma'am. MLA.
That is to parliament.
MP.
MP, very good, MP. Yes, then Benny Behannan, right? He also came. You remember that? He is the
Yes.
current MP.
Ma'am.
So the different they represent the different constituencies, and also they have an opposition, right? From different political parties, different candidates will be there. And who become an MLA or MP? How we are electing them? Based on what? Suppose an election is conducting in your class. Okay. Two candidates will be there. One is Abid and the other is Albert. Okay. From the class, you have two candidates. One is Abid and one is Albert. How we will decide who will be the class leader?
Voting.
Be louder, Nandana.
Election.
Louder.
Election.
Election. Then through election, how you will decide? What you will do? You will vote, right? So you will, it is your choice. You can vote whether to Abid or to Albert. And who will become the class representative?
The one who
The elected.
The one who secure
More votes.
right? The one who secure more vote become the class representative. Same way. In the election also, the candidates from here, it is from different political parties, different candidates will be there, and one who secured the maximum vote will be the MLA or MP of that particular constituency. Suppose your constituency is 9A. Based on the population, based on the whole school, 9A is a particular constituency or a particular area. From that, you will elect a representative. So your representative is representing which class?
9.
I mean 9A. 9A, right? Or he will represent 9B or 9C?
No.
No,
9A.
only
9A.
9A. Now you read this. Is it clear? Then it will be more clear to you. A state is divided into many electoral constituencies. The school is divided into many different constituencies based on its population. The 9th standard is divided into different based on the number of students, right? Like that, the constituencies is divided based on the population. Then people of each constituency elect their MLAs. Then the MLA represent the people of the constituency from where they get elected. And a candidate need to fight the election. So they will face the election, and who secure the maximum vote is declared as a winner. Clear, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes or no? Anyone, any doubt about the term constituency or representative? Children, anyone?
No.
No. Can we go to the next question?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Anyone, any doubt, please ask and make it clear, okay? Then the second is, Amal, can you read the second question, Amal?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Discuss with your teacher the difference between a state legislative assembly and a parliament.
And the parliament. What is the difference between a state legislative assembly and a parliament? The state legislative assembly and a parliament. What's the difference? The state legislative assembly is for the state.
State.
That means our state legislative assembly. Where is it situated? Thiruvananthapuram, Trivandrum. Have you ever seen that?
No.
No.
No one? Okay.
No.
Nobody went to Thiruvananthapuram from this class?
I haven't to Thiruvananthapuram, but I haven't seen it.
It is on the way. Sorry? Advait?
Yes, I see.
Yes, very good. Advait went to Thiruvananthapuram, so he said. It's in the roadside itself, right?
Yes.
Ah,
Yes.
yes. Okay, once you get a chance to, you're. Okay, that's why. Then, what's the difference between the state legislative assembly and a Lok Sabha?
In the state legislative assembly, its representatives are elected as MLAs.
Yes. In the state legislative assembly, we call the elected representatives as what? MLA, right? As you said, Sunil Kumar is an MLA. Then Pinarayi Vijayan, MLA. Then who's the Education Minister of Kerala? Sorry? Who's the Education Minister of Kerala?
Ravindranath.
Very good. Professor Ravindranath. So he's also an MLA, right? Then who the elected representatives to the parliament is called as?
MP.
MPs.
Children, the name itself, how? MLA means what? The member of legislative assembly. MP means member of.
Member of
Parliament.
Parliament.
So the elected representative to the state legislative assembly is called as MLA, member of legislative assembly. And to the parliament, it is called as MP, the member of parliament. Then any other difference? You think you will get it? Any other differences there between the state legislative assembly and Lok Sabha?
The Lok Sabha makes decision for the whole country.
Yes, very good. The Lok Sabha take decisions for the whole country, right? It includes the elected representatives from all the country. Then what about the state legislative assembly?
It only makes decision
the
for
state.
Yes, very good. It include or to take decisions related to the state only. Very good. Then any other point?
Ma'am, the constituency is smaller in state legislature.
Yes. See, I told you in the beginning itself, for the state legislative assembly, we have how many seats are there? 140. The whole Kerala state is divided into 140 constituencies, right?
Yes.
But for the Lok Sabha election, it is divided into 20. So for the state legislative assembly, it is very small, but to the Lok Sabha election, it will become large because it needs the representation from the whole country. So it is large. Good points, children. So we can check the one or two differences. This is only some differences, okay? You can add more points. So the state legislative assembly, the members are called as MLAs. To the parliament, they are called as MPs. Then the size of the electoral constituency is small. but to the parliament, it is large. Then MLAs elect their leaders who head the state government. I told you the Pinarayi Vijayan and all other ministers, they are the MLAs. And the MPs elect their leaders to the union government, the Prime Minister Narendra Modi and the other ministers. They are the MPs. Okay. Lok Sabha, they are the MPs. The union government is run by the MP, the cabinet, including the MPs. But to the state, the MLAs elect the government. Then MLA become a minister in the state cabinet and MP can become a minister in the union cabinet. And also, Pooja said one point, that is the state legislative assembly can take decisions within the state. Lok Sabha or the parliament is taking decisions related to the whole country. Clear? So what is the difference between an MLA and an MP is clear to you?
Yes, ma'am.
Lok Sabha and the state legislative assembly. Okay. So the next questions we can discuss in the next class. Okay. Don't leave. For that, I want to take that. Thank you all. Bye all.
Thank you,
Bye all. Read the textbook.
Okay.
Yes. If any doubt is there, you can ask me in the next class. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Bye.